Hey guys, it's Phil Morrison. I'm a confidence coach for men and women with social anxiety. So I take guys and girls out into social groups and I mentor them in those situations live on building their confidence and improving their conversation skills. Today's video is about how to thrive when life feels like a battle. So it is possible to view life as a battle, and in many ways I do think life's a battle. You're not just given exactly what you want for zero effort. You have to hustle, you have to graft, you have to grind away in order to achieve what you want to achieve. It's not always plain sailing. So for these reasons, I understand why a person might go down the path of asking themselves deep questions about life and thinking, what's the point in battling and working really hard when I'm not achieving what I want to achieve? And you might fall into defeatism. You might even take it a step further and look at other people and say, these people seem to have it easier than me. How come that they have it easier than me? And if you continue down this path, down this rabbit hole, you might end up with a victim complex where you've subscribed to defeatism and you've thrown the towel in because you're thinking, I can't achieve what I want to achieve. There's no results to my labor. I'm not reaping what I sow. What's going on here? So I understand how a person can fall down this path. And I've worked with people who've been down this path, and going back a long time, I used to exist in this place before I really turned my life around and worked on myself. So it is true that in many ways, life's a battle. But here's a realization that really helped me. And it's kind of an interesting concept, so I'll make sure I explain it properly. And this is something which has helped me out and my clients, which is why I'm sharing it. So we spent the vast majority of our evolutionary history as humans in a hunter-gatherer context. So it's relatively recent that we've been existing within this modern society. What this means is that we're built to survive and thrive in the hunter-gatherer context. And the key word here is thrive. And what's really interesting is that it was a battle for hunter-gatherers. So for a hunter-gatherer to go out there and get food, this is a challenging task. You might check the nets one day for fish, see that there's no fish there, and be disappointed. But you have to go back the next day, the next day, the next day, the day after that, and just keep on going, keep on believing, keep on taking action until you get food. There were so many dangers back in those times, so many death traps, predators, and all the rest of it. So life was a battle in the hunter-gatherer context. And something that I realized is that when you act in a way which would equal success in a hunter-gatherer context, you feel different about yourself. You feel amazing. So I believe that us humans have an internal reward system. And basically, good emotions get released when you act in a way which would equal success in the hunter-gatherer context, which is the environment in which we evolved. And the reason that we have this internal reward system is so that you know you're on the right path. Right? So if you was a hunter-gatherer and you have the mentality of taking lots of action, keeping on going no matter what, and always believing in yourself, you're going to get food. You're going to get a lot more food than someone with a defeatist mindset. So when you have the correct winning mindset and you're taking the action, the internal reward system makes you feel good to encourage you to keep going further and further and further down this path to success. So when you act in a way which would equal winning in the hunter-gatherer times, you feel better about yourself. And there's a whole bunch of different behaviors and traits which you can work on, which would have been helpful back in that context. For example, being super brave, being someone who takes lots of action, just keeps on going regardless, and believes in themselves. When you really adopt this mentality and you live it in your current life, in this current society, the internal reward system kicks in because you're doing the right thing. You're doing something which would allow you to get food and succeed, survive and thrive back in the environment in which we evolved, so you feel good about yourself. So it's really key to think about the kind of behaviors and traits, the mindset that would equal success back in that environment, and to live it in your actual everyday life. And when you really live it, you feel so much better about yourself. So this means that you focus on facing your fears, being a lot braver, being honest, being really, really determined to succeed, going all out to win rather than trying to protect yourself, being someone who is disciplined, takes action, someone who's patient as well. This is a winning mindset. It's a mindset that would allow you to succeed in the environment in which we evolved. And when you act in this way, it becomes what I would call a lived mindset. So it's not just a mindset that's inside your head. It's an alive mindset. It's something that you're actually living from, you're living out in your real life. And this just changes the way that you view yourself, changes the way that you view the world, the way that you feel, and it ultimately changes your results as well. Because when you have that confident, successful energy, every area of life goes so much better, especially when it comes to interacting with people. If you have a fantastic energy for socializing, you're going to do so much better when you're socializing. If you're a guy, it's going to be so much easier to go out there and find some dates, meet a nice girlfriend. If you work in sales, it's going to be so much easier to put your product out there and have people buy it from you, because you really believe in yourself, because you're living life in this way. So it comes down to being a lot braver, being super determined and focused. And what you need, if you don't already have it, is a vision for your life. You need a purpose. And if you don't know your purpose, I do have a video on this where you can think where you want to be in 6 months' time. For example, you might want to be someone who's more confident, someone who is in a better financial position, someone who's healthier, someone who's fitter, etc. And really write out a clear vision for yourself and start to take consistent action on this vision so that you're making progress towards it. And just keep on going. And if you keep on going with this, no one can stop you making progress towards this vision. You realize that it's under your control. And the more you take action on it and the more consistent you are, the better you'll feel. And what happens is when you live like this, at the start it might feel quite normal and samey, but if you keep on going, you'll build a nice momentum. You'll build a nice momentum behind you, which carries you further and further and further forwards. And you'll get to a stage where you feel good about yourself. And when you actually slack off, when you miss some training sessions, when you stop taking the actions that you need to take to achieve your goals, you'll feel bad about yourself because you realize that in those moments, you're not moving forwards. And it's such a nice way to live because you're not centering your life around other people, around money, around all these different things. You're centering your life around principles, moving forward and achieving your vision. and you want a vision which is bigger than yourself. So you're also giving to society, helping out other people, as well as growing on a personal level. And when you consistently take action on this vision, you really start to tap into this confidence that is there inside you, and you build it further. Momentum really carries you, and you'll just know that you're on the right path. You'll know that you're making progress. And of course, progress in real life, it can be slow and steady. It's not necessarily going to be overnight. You're going to have to put the graft in and really work on yourself. But if you have a clear vision and you take consistent action on it, you can make progress on a month-by-month basis, tangible progress. And this is enough encouragement to help you keep moving forwards, and then you'll start to feel better about yourself. So momentum will kick in, and it's easier from that point onwards to keep on going than it is to stop. So the steps that I would recommend if you're someone who is serious about transforming their lives, I'd recommend that you write a vision for yourself. If you know your purpose in life already, fantastic. You can base your vision around this. And it could be a vision of what you want to achieve in 6 months from now. If you're not clear on what your purpose is, come up with other goals that still move your life forwards. As I mentioned earlier, for example, getting fitter and healthier, making some new friends, achieving a better relationship, more financial success, and start to take consistent action towards these goals so that the actions become habits, and you keep on building momentum, moving forwards, and you'll feel happy because you're making progress. And regardless of what challenges you face, you keep on taking the action so that you're making progress in achieving your vision. This will slowly but surely make you feel so much better about yourself, so much happier, so much more confident, and you'll thank me 6 months down the line when you've actually made tangible progress achieving your goals in life. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in having me personally coach you, drop me an email, and I'm happy to provide the first session, the first 2-hour session free, and thereafter I would charge £100 a session, but I'll give you your first session free. If you're interested in this, get in touch. Either way, I wish you the best of luck and have a fantastic rest of your day.